Okay, well, Smok Tech X Pro M50. Alright, I did a preliminary first look video on this and got a lot of thumbs down. I mean, it just pissed off a lot of people, okay? And it pissed off a lot of people because maybe they think I'm dumb, I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever, but you know, I didn't really have time to actually test it. I just wanted to get the information I had out, I deemed to be really important information, and I wanted to share it with people so that hopefully they didn't make the mistake of buying something that should be, you know, or basically making the mistake of buying something with high expectations and turn out that they should have just saved their money and bought something a little bit better. Okay, this is the whole reason why people do review stuff. And you know, I didn't just start vaping yesterday, so you know, take that as you will. Just follow along in the video and you're gonna see everything that I said pretty much in that first video come to light. My biggest pet peeve was ease of access to the battery. Okay, ease of access to the battery actually works into this video quite a bit. I did have a catastrophic failure with this device, and it went along with my observations before I even stuck the battery in. So, you know, all that wasn't for nothing, folks. You know, if you are a fanboy, then I'm sorry, fanboy, fangirl, whatever, but you know, just watch and you'll see what happens. Okay, got something really cool for the fanboys and fangirls out there then. Just all you have to do to win this, I don't care what country you're in, where you're at in the world, is so long as you can get this sent to you. Okay, I know that there is probably some places out there in the world where you can't. That's why I say that, obviously. But if you want to get this for nothing, basically all you need to do is you need to put in the comments of this video, I am a fanboy, or if you're a girl, I am a fangirl, and you need to tell me who sings this song and also what the name of the song is. And you know, this is just basically something I deem worthy of being a fanboy or fangirl of, somebody that actually puts forth an effort to do something that people should be fans of. Okay, so here we go. The first basically paragraph in the song, and it's short, so bear with me. Why should my fun have to end? For me it's only the beginning. I see my friends begin to age. A short countdown to what end? Okay, there you go. That's all you gotta do, fanboys and fangirls, to get this thing that you're a fan of. Okay, you can get this, and yeah, so it's gonna go on, and basically all you gotta do is do that. We're gonna do a random.org drawing, and you can get this PV that you might be a fan of. Okay, you can get it for free. That's awesome, isn't it? It's awesome. Now keep on watching this video and we'll see how much you want to be a fan of this, and we'll see if you really even want it, because you know, yeah, it's worthy of being a fan, right? Okay, cool. Alright, so shut the laptop down there for a second. Anyways, we got this right here, and if remember the first video that got all that controversy, you're gonna remember the battery door being an issue. You're going to remember a couple of things, or know a couple things about this device. Basically, best part about this device is it has an onboard charger. Okay, well, here's what happens to the onboard charger. you might remember that I complained about the circuit board inside there being a little loose, and I mentioned how the button would move the screen, and the board was going up and down when I opened it up. Okay, well, there you go. Now let me just tell you guys a story about how this happened, so I don't get too well scrutinized here, okay? Because we know that some of those fanboys and fangirls out there are just going to say I did something wrong, okay? Being a vapor for almost 5 years, I probably did something wrong here. Okay, well, what I did was, it was Sunday, which was yesterday, as a matter of fact, and we were getting ready to go to the Orchlands, which is a farm store slash hardware store, whatever you want to call it, in my area. And they were having a bucket sale. Anything you fit in a bucket, 20% off. If it's already on clearance, you get an additional 20% off. So pretty good sale going on there. I got probably $300 in savings, which was pretty cool. But anyway, so I digress. I was actually in the car, started the car, realized my phone needed to be charged just in case anybody called me while I was in town, needed some emergency vape hardware or whatnot. So I realized that when this new car that we just got, when you plug in anything to the cigarette lighter, you lose all your stereo reception. Well, we had just got the face for this stereo that was missing when we bought the car from eBay, and so we got the face and we just put it on there. We didn't have no CDs in the car yet or anything like that, so I'm like, well, I better go in and get a couple of CDs or something so there's something on the radio while we're making our hour drive. Okay, so I go back in the house, I hear some kind of whistling, I'm smelling something like electronics, and sure enough, I grab a CD first like a dummy, and I went and I realized, hey man, this thing is frickin' smoking on my kitchen countertop. Okay, so what is the conclusion there? The conclusion there is that this board is not tight enough in there, and when I plugged the cord in, it moved the board down just enough so that it was like shorting out. Okay, and I mean, the cord is on there flush. There's no other way to plug it in, you know, so that's basically how it happened. Now, I don't know if you can see on the bottom of the board there where there's a little bit of discoloration right up in this area, but there is a little bit of discoloration. Now I'll try to move it around so that maybe the light will hit it just right, and you can see that. There we go. I think that's probably a good view of it. Okay, so there's that. Obviously you see what it did to my Hannah cord. I'm doing this video with a little less video quality because I'm gonna have to download it with my phone, and that is gonna take literally all frickin' day. So I've taken a couple screws loose already out of here to make it a little quicker. Still do have to smack it on the desk to get it to open, even with the battery in there, creating more pressure on it. See, there you go. I just dropped the wrench. How easy is this? No, you got 3 or 4 thumbs. But if you're out and about, God forbid if you're driving a car, you know, you've got to do this 8 times basically by taking 4 out and putting 4 back in, unless you just want to go ahead and do one on opposing corners and have 2. So good thing I don't think it ruined my VTC4, and it doesn't look like it ruined the board, but I don't know that I would trust this thing to charge, so whoever gets it, you know, that's cool. Reason why this is completely worthless to me now is basically over the last week and a half or so, I've been leaving the battery in there, falling back on the Hannah, and between this and the Hannah onboard charging, it's been enough. Okay, so that was one of the things, but here's how I vape though, and it barely lasted me all day by doing both of them. I'm vaping with a Limo drop at 1.1 ohms of resistance, and I am running it at 17 watts on average. Okay, so if you have a 50 watt device and you see that you're running something right around 45-50 watts, that the battery is not going to last near as long as it was lasting me at 17 watts. Okay, hopefully you can figure that part out, okay, without thumbs down in my video, because you can't figure it out. Okay, so that was the best way with this. It is small. It is small. I like it. I mean, I love the way this thing felt in the hand. I love the way it vaped. Although, most of the time, it seemed like when you push the button, you were waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen. It wasn't like you pushed the button, it was instantaneous like most devices were used to. That is one other negative with it. The loose circuit board, the eight screws to get the thing undone and put back in. That's the way that you're gonna have to do it, fanboy, if you want to get this one. Okay, and everything worked good on it. It felt really good in the hand, really nice and light, really powerful. No problems with the buttons, even though the board's loose behind it. Not too bad, not too bad. But there is the one thing. Had I not gone back inside, and had I not realized I needed a CD, had I not plugged my phone in because it was dead, I would have probably came back home to a house that was burnt down. Okay, so, you know, take that as you will. Maybe that's subjective. I mean, I hate to be such a smart ass, but, you know, some of these idiots out there make it real easy. I mean, they really do. And this normally isn't me. I normally don't act like this, but, you know, I'm trying to make a point here. My original point of the first video was to help people so that they didn't do what I did and buy this. You didn't have to do that, okay? You didn't have to get mad, because you might have bought it already anyway and realized the things that I realized. You know, why get mad at me? I'm not the one that made it. And then there is just those obvious things that are complete failures. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Don't blame me, okay? Don't blame me. I seen this before I put a battery in it. I saw it, okay? So, yeah, I'm just glad my house didn't burn down. I mean, but yeah, whoever wants this can have it. Obviously, the onboard charging don't work because of the loose board under there. So, you know, you're going to have to do it the only way, really, I would recommend putting a battery, putting more power to this device, not to use the onboard charging, to have to unscrew all those screws. Hopefully your door isn't as tight as mine. Okay, so I did say a few good things about the device. That means that basically I'm not a completely biased reviewer, okay? I'm being open and honest here. It's not my fault if some of you men out there have lost your nutsack, okay? I don't get it. But, you know, the person that says something bad about something is obviously the guy that sucks, right? I mean, that's just all there is to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and rewind, and we'll do something really cool with that theory. This right here is a great device. It has onboard charging. I love this device. I kissed it all the time. Okay, I was eating my soy burgers and vaping this thing away to heaven, and you can never go wrong with this. It's 50 watts of power. It holds a lot of battery life, even though we don't know what kind of battery you got in there, right? And then you can vape lots of juice with it. Go out there and buy a million buy as many as you can afford, because they're cheap. Yeah, cool. Alright, well, that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing else really to say. I mean, it almost burnt my house down. It's a pain in the butt to get the battery in and out of. It could be yours. Thanks for watching.